Greetings today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me if you are available and you see me live. I wanted to talk about an amazing experience that I have had, and it has been subtly kind of going through my life, and I wanted to tell you my experience about the ego death and what it means to me and how I experience it, so you can recognize it within yourself when you start to have it or experience it too, because it is a phase that all souls will experience at one point in time when they are ready to. And I realized this about my own self, that it was really about me being ready to receive the information and to be ready to surrender my own perspectives a bit and to really embrace the idea of an ego death. To me, the ego death is not as tragic as it may sound, but it is about a new phase in existence in life right now. So basically, after this experience, I feel that this has opened up a new portal of experience for me, and things are going to change from here on out in my life. So I think that the ego death is actually a chance to transform your life, not necessarily stop it or stop the experience, but to actually have a new type of experience. So I wanted to tell you about it, and I have some ways where it could help you to speed up the process if you are looking for that, and if you have heard some other videos and have been interested in some of the things that other spiritual teachers have talked about, then this is what ego death means to me and what I've had recently in my experience. Okay, so the ego death is actually very different for each individual in terms of that we are the one, but we are the many. So we all experience an ego death in many different ways. And I actually had my ego death in the experience of looking back in hindsight on my life and seeing what I have kind of accumulated within my ego and my perspective, because we are all here on earth in our bodies, with our certain mind and the way that we grow up, and we are nurtured in the environment that we grow up in, and we all start to form this ego identity, and it makes us who we are and recognizable to each other as individuals, and we all have individual self-expression. Well, that's really great, but there's another part to it where you have to be able to eventually strip away that identity and see past that ego perspective, and then you actually embrace more of a higher sense of spirituality, of unity. And I can say that after slowly working on this and peeling it away, all my layers of my ego, that even though I am still me and I am still experiencing myself, as I am, I have not changed much. The inner part of my journey has changed in many ways. So I wanted to read to you kind of what I instantly kind of wrote, because I had this kind of revelation, I guess, personal revelation, waking up into this experience. I said, I've been fully liberated from my pride and limited perspective from a non-scientific point of view today. I feel so much freedom. I can only wish this on others struggling at this time with a changing world. All I can do is share my thoughts and experiences with you. I too once struggled with seeing other perspectives in life. You see, I am a performing vocal artist, a philosopher, a white magic witch, an esoteric occult mystic, a hobbyist theologian, an environmentalist, a hobbyist quantum physicist, a astrologist, and a spiritualist, psychic, and a teacher of basic education systems. Those are the only areas that I studied in life, going through school, and also just what I have been interested in. So today I think the other parts of myself. So what would be the opposite of that? The opposite of all those things would be more in the sciences, because I really focused on the immaterial and the spiritual experience of things. So today, I thank the other parts of myself as the scientists, the engineers, the computer programmers, designers, the biotechs, the medical doctors and nurses, and even the pharmacists for all your hard work in trying to find new ways to improve life for others through the use of technology by synthesis of the elements from the periodic table found on Earth and nature. I've tried in my own way to help from my own perspective, but I see you have too. I see the light in you. We are one. And namaste. So the reason why I had this kind of revelation is because many of you know, if you followed my channel for a couple of years now, I started out as a very stubborn elven soul. You know, I really felt that we had to just embrace the natural ways of things, and I kind of blocked out another side of myself and aspects of myself. So I had a couple videos that talked about this, how I was against something in society. But an ego death, in order to actually experience a true ego death, it is about opening yourself up to the other perspectives. So what I was able to do was to see that I am limited by my personal experience for a particular time, a temporary time, until I have an ego death. And an ego death is when you actually realize that your perspective, your ego, is actually just your own perspective. But then you actually get to see the other perspectives of others when you actually put yourself into the shoes of them, when you use your ability to kind of tune into them. And if you need help doing this, what I did was this. You need to look inward to your own intentions reflected in others. So what that means is that if you yourself know right now that your own intentions are good and pure, and you will only want to do the best you can, and you want to have fun in life, and you want to enjoy life, and you want to see what you can create, and you want to see if you can maybe make your mark on society and, you know, to help others. Well, then you have to turn that inward gaze outward, and you have to see that others feel the same as you. So all of those internal feelings of feeling like, you know, you just want to help the world, or you're here to, you know, make a difference. Well, others are feeling that as well. And in fact, I can bet almost all souls are. And this is where I have gotten to, is realization that although I represent a non-scientific point of view in life, I am the mystic, I am the spiritualist, I am into the things that cannot be seen but felt. I can appreciate those that have focused on the physical world, have focused on what they can see and what they can prove and what they can do to help the collective. Because I have tried to help the collective in my own way, I understand now that they have tried in their own way as well. This goes for the Hyperions, this goes for the Illuminists, this goes for all of those that are part of secret societies, of transhumanists, all of those. I embrace you as part of myself, but another perspective and another aspect. I consider this to be the ego death that I experienced, because it did fill me with this absolute joy and this beauty that I wanted to share with you all. Now, I do want to say this is not drug induced in a way. Like, I am not on anything, although it is legal in my city. I am not doing any type of marijuana or magic shrooms or any of that. Although I have taken them in the past, I have not taken them for quite a while now. And this is really just a natural process of looking inward and understanding the way that I work and the way that I feel, and then understanding that, well, if I feel this way, then I also must not judge others and believe and give them the benefit of the doubt that their intentions are just as pure as I am, because I would not want to make that assumption and judge others when I do not really know them. Now, there's two types of experiences that we have in this world. You may have noticed this. The online experience gives you a really different, unique experience because you're alone with your thoughts and you're alone with the thoughts of others. But there is an evidence-based judgment where if you are in physical danger, like right now, in your physical life, then it's time to act from that place in the present moment. But if you are just alone with your thoughts, like when you're online or when you're reading and researching on your own, and when there's nobody else to interact with you, then that is a time to explore the world of the mind, basically. The vast consciousness, because you're not dealing with the physical present moment of self-defense and relationship dynamics in that way, but you're dealing with the consciousness. So this is what I would have to say. In thoughts about others or non-interaction based online or in thoughts, when you find the love within, then you can start to see it in others. You can actually love others outside of yourself. So that goes for everyone. You don't judge. You simply love all, and you give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And if they don't rise to that occasion, well, then you cross that bridge when you come to it. But the first thing to do is always to come through from the heart center and through love. And if you can, through the divine crown chakra, which is really where you feel oneness with everything. And that's really what moving up the chakras are all about. When you get to the crown chakra, then you will start to experience a process of the ego death. And this is what Jesus and Buddha and many of the other types of mystics and teachers in the past, they have experienced, and they have tried to express to others that this is what happens, that you yourself have your own perspective and you can see your perspective, but then you can also put yourself into the shoes of others. You can also experience life from others, and you can actually then connect spiritually to others and through the process of loving them. And then that will start to change your reality, where you will start to see the power of love when you truly awaken to the idea that you yourself are love, light and love. You are awareness, you are light, you are pure awareness. And I love Ram Dass, as he said, I'm pure loving awareness. So when you finally get to that place, that is when you can start to experience true ego death. And what is so exhilarating about it is that it doesn't stop the experience. It doesn't make things strange for you. It doesn't do anything. All it does is it makes you more in love with life, in love with the world that we are creating together. And you get to watch other souls around you create something that you also have an intention to create. So it's a wonderful place of spiritual unity that you can enter into when you experience the ego death. So if you have any questions and you want to learn more, I'll be happy to maybe do another video about this or answer your questions below. But I wish you all a joyful rest of your day. I just wanted to pop on quickly and give you my experience so that you can start to maybe understand what's happening to you, or what you have to look forward to, what you can work towards if you are unhappy, because this is the true liberation from unhappiness and anger and just the separation from others. This is a true liberation. It's feeling true love and true happiness and peace, inner peace. This is really a state of inner peace that I feel. Now, will I feel this experience always? We'll have to see, because this is something that I feel like I woke up and I had this kind of revelations and I've experienced this, but it's probably something that I will have to continue to work on. It's something that I'll have to keep an awareness about, but I would say that once you turn on the light, you can't really turn it off. So I've entered into this new existence and this new phase, and I'm excited for what it will bring to my channel, and to meet others that might resonate with me, and we meet. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video.